Hi Libra, welcome to your love and relationship reading for the month of October. For those of you who are just now tuning in, these are generalized readings, so not everything in the reading may pertain to you. I am available to answer any questions as well as to do private readings and can be reached at mantraflotaro@gmail.com. I like to start off with a reading for my singles and then I move into a reading for my couples. So right now, where you're at right now is we have the Nine of Cups, we have the Fool, and the Knight of Cups. This touches on you being hopeful of the future, you leaving the past in the past and moving forward in a new direction, and being rather optimistic. In fact, this looks like you're wanting to really elevate, the type of relationships that you've had from, the relationships that you've had in the past. I think this has to do with you transitioning, into that next phase of your life and wanting something, more substantial, more meaningful. Now, we have the Five of Cups, which represents, the foundation of this situation. And this could indicate, a deep sense of loss, someone who was very hard for you to get over, and it looks like the reason for this had to do with you not being able to reach some sort of compromise with each other, and that essentially cause the demise of this relationship, you guys going your separate ways. Now, your aspirations are the Ten of Cups. So whenever I think of the Ten of Cups, I always think of relationship goals. This is the finish line. This is what, we spend our lives, looking for, when we think of a long-term relationship. And I think that, really this is you on the search for that. And this is actually a very positive reading because we have the Two of Cups, which signifies, somebody entering into your life. And this signifies, a soulmate type connection, twin flame type connection, being able to see things through each other's perspective. This will be a relationship of balance. And then the overall outcome is the Lover's card. And this brings with it, we have again the soulmate connection, the twin flame, these two cards, when I think of, the ultimate love cards in a deck, I think of the Two of Cups or the Lovers. Now, the Lover's card presents, a choice, this indicates, two roads and you having to choose one, two paths. Do you walk alone or do you choose it with this person? So before I wrap up our singles reading, I'm going to pull a moon card. I trust the mystery of life. I trust the mystery of life. And I think that, this touches on, essentially the divine has our best interests at heart, but she hardly ever brings us things when we want to, or, when we desperately need something, but she does provide for us. And she doesn't always provide for us in the way that at this present time we think is appropriate, but things do always work out. And I think that this really touches on trusting, that things will ultimately work out, that there is a path for us and we must follow it. So with that said, I'm going to move into a reading for my couples. Okay. So the first card in the spread is the Devil card, and this indicates what you're currently bringing into this relationship. And this touches on, feeling like you are holding on to something, that there's something that has a hold of you that is preventing you from moving forward, something that you're really hanging on to right now. We do have the Hermit, which signifies where you are now in regards to this relationship. And this could be, maybe a feeling of isolation, turning into yourself to do a lot of introspection and reflection. And sometimes when you're in this space, it's really hard as your partner to know where you stand because, there's not a lot of communication that's going on right now, and it could be very confusing to the person that you're with. Now, we do have the Empress card, which touches on the direction that you're hoping to take this relationship. Now, one of the things that I really love about the Empress is that she turns spirit into matter. She is a creator. She is abundance, and this touches on you know, appreciating and loving this relationship, your partner, and wanting to move forward. This also touches on, the Empress is somebody who follows their heart. But sometimes this can cloud visions. And I think that, there's this overwhelming self of or feeling of emotion that you have towards this individual in combination with the situation that you're holding on to and not being able to move forward. So we have this inner conflict that's going on, and then throwing in, your partner and them wondering what's going on with you, and you not necessarily being, forthcoming about what's going on. Now, where your partner's at in regards to this relationship is the Two of Wands, and this is them, wanting to build a life with you, putting the pieces together and moving forward. Now, where they're at now in regards to this relationship is the Wheel of Fortune, which signifies that, things have to change in this relationship for it to continue to move forward. And this person wants to move forward and elevate, the next step of this relationship. Or if you're already in that space, continuing to dedicate, your lives to to each other and build upon that. But the current state with what's going on right now, it has to change. Okay. We do have the Page of Cups, which touches on the direction that your partner's wanting to take with this relationship. And this is touching back on, them wanting to elevate it. This could even indicate, maybe wanting children or, stepping up your commitment to one each other, continuing to build and learn from one another. Now, how you see your partner as the Hierophant, you see this person as a leader, you see this person as a teacher. This is somebody who you admire, but it could also, be intimidating to try and please this person. And I think that, this also touches on this inner conflict that's going on with you, with holding on to this situation and moving forward. Now, the way that your partner sees you is the Princess of Cups. This person sees you as somebody that they want to take care of, somebody who doesn't necessarily have a lot of experience in regards to relationships of this magnitude, so to speak. Now, we do have the Death card, which signifies the outcome, and this signifies rebirth, a fresh start. Things have to change in order for this relationship to be sustainable. Now, your partner wants to move forward. So the issue that I see is on your side, and you having to process whatever it is that you're holding on to in regards to the Devil card, and, expressing, what's going on with you to your partner. That way your partner knows, essentially where you stand, and you guys can move forward together. So with that said, I'd like to pull a card from my Moon deck. I shed habits that hinder my truth. I release and renew. And I think that this is so appropriate for this reading. I shed habits that hinder my truth. I release and I renew. I release the devil card, what you're holding on to in order to move forward, to regenerate, to grow. With the death card, to rebirth. Okay? I shed habits that hinder my truth. I release and renew. So, with that said, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me at mantraflowtarot@gmail.com. Thanks, you guys.